thought I gave like cool, get out of my room dweeb vibes with the outfit, but I feel like now I just look silly. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. I'm Batman. Just kidding. I'm Taryn. And I talk about things that I like, which today is obviously Batman. And Merry Little Batman released on Amazon Prime as part of several DC related projects picked up by the company. From what I saw is on Instagram specifically, I don't follow them on any other social media than Instagram. Amazon Prime was working hard to promote this movie. Like they were posting a lot of trailers. I even got a trailer on TikTok for it. I don't know how that was for other people because we know we have like catered ads to us now in 2023. um, and like when promoting this movie, the art style it really stuck out. And whenever I looked at the comments, that's what I saw. People were like, "Oh, why does Batman look like that? Why does Joker look like that?" In my opinion, the designs aren't the prettiest, but they're unique and they bring personality to the movie. I think that after watching the movie, you kind of get used to it. It fits the movie. I want you guys to watch this movie not just based on reviews online or what I say, but I want you to watch it based on what you think. I want you to form your own opinions. You could do this before watching my video to see if there's anything we agree or disagree on, or you can watch it after watching my video and see if you noticed anything I liked or pointed out, or anything that you think that I should have touched on. I will issue a slight spoiler warning here, and I won't go too in depth with the plot, but it's better to be safe than sorry. But the whole point of me making these reviews is to talk about things that I feel and I like, and I never want you guys to take my word as as good as gold or take it as the thing to feel about this movie because obviously everyone's viewing preferences are different. So the movie was directed by Mike Roth, who worked on Apple and Onion, Regular Show, and Phineas and Ferb. And I feel like with this movie, you can see a lot of that type of humor and type of comedic delivery come through. But the writers were Morgan Evans, who worked on Teen Titans Go, and Jose Ritchie, who worked on the 2012 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Pen Zero Part Time Hero, which I'm still mad that got canceled. Bring it back! Okay, so first we're gonna get into the plot. So it's kind of like Home Alone, basically. I can't explain it better than that. It kind of has a Home Alone feel, at least for the first 40 minutes. Basically, Damien wants to be like Bruce, and Bruce is very protective about it. Like, you can't be Batman. Batman is about sacrifice. It's like Miguel with Miles in the Spider-Verse movie. He's like, "You're not Spider-Man." And he's like, "I am Spider-Man." Okay, so then Bruce, like, goes. Bruce, before Damien was born, made Gotham completely crime free. He said, "My babies are safe," Berlizzi type, right? And so basically, he gets rid of all the crime in Gotham. And so he gets called away to do something for the Justice League. And Damien is basically hankering down, holding the house down. And these thieves come and they take Damien's little Batman belt thing that his dad gave him as an early Christmas gift. And he basically is doing all this stuff to get it back while Joker is behind the scenes orchestrating Damien to mess up Christmas because he just wants his belt back because he's like 9. Was rated 7 plus, and I won't even lie, it's kind of unbearable. I know that I'm not the target demographic for this movie. Someone around my sister's age would be, but I wouldn't even watch this with my sister. I wouldn't even like let my sister play this in the background. That's just how unbearable and long it is. I feel like this wouldn't even capture a 7-year-old's attention because we know like 7-year-olds have very short attention spans right now because of Skibidi Toilet. If they would have included Skibidi Toilet as one of the villains, I probably would have given this movie a 10 out of 10. But let's start getting into like the characters. I feel like a movie that is really good, if a movie is really bad but they have really good characters, I feel like they could save it. Um but I feel like these characters just didn't feel like the Batman characters. So let's start with Damien. I didn't like how they referred to Damien as Little Batman. Well, okay, in the way they produced it, in the way they described it in the trailer, it made it look like that was just what we were calling him instead of Robin, right? But they call him Little Batman specifically because he is literally, they literally think he's like small Batman. Not that Batman shrunk, even though they say that at the beginning, but he's just a smaller version of Batman. So they call him Little Batman. But I wish they would have just called him Robin instead. I wish they would have just let him be Robin, but I can understand that he is not in his Robin era yet. Damian Wayne era's tours. Okay, so next, I liked his voice acting. I appreciate how DC kind of refers to him like as a kid. In the comics, he's like 12, I swear to God, and he goes through so much. But what I'm starting to see, at least in the Harley Quinn series, in the Super Sons movie, and in this movie, DC is trying to keep Damian as kind of this kid, and I like how in the movie they acknowledge that he is Batman's biological son, which I appreciate. Let's get into Alfred. Alfred's design is the ugliest design in the movie by far. I don't like it. He makes me uncomfortable. This is not someone I would let serve me tea. And honestly, he felt old and senile, which I didn't really like. When Alfred in the comics is like giving mercenary, he's beating up Bruce, soloing Bruce, he's soloing the DC universe. He's taking Superman down with just his pinky, and his tea will still be piping hot after he does it. So this Alfred just felt very stupid. Okay, he didn't feel stupid. He felt just more of a guiding voice for Damian and even Bruce rather than a like actual character, which I can understand why, but I kind of like Alfred when he's giving boss, you know? And he wasn't British either. Like he might have had a short British accent, but I did not hear it. I don't know. I'm not British. I'm American. That's on them. That's on them. Okay, next I wanted to talk about Bruce. I didn't like how he was portrayed. Just straight up, I did not like how Bruce was portrayed. Bruce Wayne is not a good dad in the comics. Personally, that's how I view it. I don't think he's compared to Superman. Okay, wait, I'll call him Clark Kent. Superman identity exposed. Here first, guys. This is the first channel you guys will hear this on. Compared to Clark, Bruce is not a good dad in the comics, at least. He's a good dad. I'm not mad that he's a good dad in the movie, but he was like very overbearing and overprotective, which is supposed to be the point of the movie, that Bruce needs to let Damian learn and grow. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just feels weird and awkward and off-settling. And his face didn't fit him, and I feel like his voice didn't fit him. The only thing that really made him Bruce Wayne to me is the fact that he is Batman, which I didn't really like. Not that he's not Batman, but the fact that he didn't feel like Bruce Wayne to me. I didn't like the beard either, and it was just not giving. Okay, no, I'm gonna put a picture right here or right here, and it's gonna be Bruce Wayne with when he had like the stubble, is that what it's called? And I liked that, but I don't know, it was not giving in the movie. It was too beardy. Okay, as for Joker, I have a lot to say about Joker. So first, I'm gonna say that he kind of looked like Michael Jackson, and you can take this how you will, but I won't elaborate further. He just looked like Michael Jackson to me. But he kind of sounded like Weird Al. But he wasn't voiced by Weird Al. I don't know if Weird Al has ever voiced the Joker. I feel like that'd be really cool if DC or any Hollywood writer wants to hire me. I will write my own movie, and it'll be a comedy. It'll be a Batman comedy, and Weird Al will be voiced by the Joker. Okay. But he was voiced by that one guy who is like the neighbor man from Sanjay and Craig, and I could definitely hear it after I looked it up. What is his name? The one that loved the blueberries. I'm gonna put a picture of him, and if you didn't watch Sanjay and Craig as a kid, you're missing out because that was a really funny show to me. It was during that era of Nickelodeon where like 2016, 2017, where they had the gross out humor. Gross out humor was just their thing. Sanjay and Craig, Breadwinners, Pig Goat Banana Cricket, Harvey Beaks. Like, you know that era of Nickelodeon, right before it all went downhill. Next is Poison Ivy. I didn't like her design. I get every character is supposed to be old now because it's just been so long, because Gotham's been crime free for so long, and so they're just old and brittle. But I kind of wish they kept her red hair. Her voice was fine. I just wish she would have kept her red hair. It was like white. Everyone looked old except Joker. Like, all the villains looked old. Even Riddler and Scarecrow, they didn't look old. Well, that's because it could have been a flashback, but the villains that were the main villains of this movie, everyone was old, but Joker still looked young. And even like young Joker, he kind of looked the same. His just hair was just different. It was like up, like 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 Elvis. Bane, I liked Bane. I liked his voice and his design fit him. It was really interesting. I just wish he could have said more words instead of just having a series of grunts. He did talk a few times, but it wasn't enough for me. I like Bane. He's cool. I wish they would do more with him as a character. Instead of him just being like, "Oh, he's the dude that broke Batman's back. He's really strong," or "He's really stupid." I kind of like what the Harley Quinn did series did with him. Um, they kind of dumped him down, but he was still kind of funny, and I like when they give him the voice that's like, "Oh, I have to redeem these coupons today." Okay, next I'm gonna talk about Mr. Freeze. So he kind of looked like a Captain Underpants villain, but in a good way. It works. It suits him. I liked his design, the blue skin, the suit, his Terminator accent. Bro really said, "I'll be back." I'm bad at impressions. I'm awful. And then we have the penguin.
Pause! What is that?
He's so ugly. He looks like a penguin. He looks old, but he's just hideous. I hate him. And honestly, I like his little weapon thing, his little umbrella grabber, and he's like, "Pow, pow." I thought that was really cool. That was a really nice concept. Okay, so next we're gonna get into the animation and the art style. So, as I said earlier, the art style wasn't atrocious. You got used to it after watching the movie. Like, after you got in to the movie, you got used to it. It's a little off-putting at first, but again, I feel like it gives the movie personality. And I think about the other shows that these writers worked on, and they kind of hold a similar style in a way. So I really like the opening of the movie with the little bat flying and the song. It's really small, but I feel like if you say a lot of bad things about a movie, you should say a lot of good things as well. It was just something small that I noticed that I really enjoyed. It kind of set the tone for the movie that I was like, okay, I can get behind this. I can bear this. I talk about the list of people that Bruce gave Damien to call if something happened, and I like how Nightwing was there, and I like how the Kents were there. It was really small. I thought it was really cute. I also noticed that their cat's name is Selena, as in Selena Kyle, and I thought that was really funny. And they don't show Damien's mom. I wish they would have shown Catwoman. I would have loved to see Catwoman in the movie. I love Catwoman. I'm a Catwoman stan. But I also would have loved to see Harley Quinn as well. Um, I know that I would have loved to see Harley Quinn as well. I love Harley. It would have been nice to see her in the movie. Maybe she would have looked awesome old, or maybe she would have been so bomb as an old woman that they knew they didn't need that kind of attention. Okay. Something I didn't like is that a lot of jokes flopped in this movie. It was not funny. That Alfred was supposed to be a comedic relief, I think, but I didn't find any of his jokes funny. There was nothing funny to me in this movie except one scene at the end when Joker is going to what was it, breakfast? I think it was breakfast. I almost said lunch. Breakfast with them, and he's singing like the Jingle Bells Batman Smell song, and he changes the last lyric, and he's like, Joker went to breakfast with all his friends, and then Bruce stares at him, and he's like, I'm not your friend, and then the movie ends. Like, I don't know. It's just the cutoff. Like the end of the Barbie movie when she's like, I'm here to see my gynecologist, and then the movie just ends. I don't know why things like that are funny to me. But that was the only joke that I laughed at that I found remotely funny. I felt like the design of the Batcave was very lackluster and underwhelming. It had pretty average references like the giant penny, or different suits. It just I feel like the Batcave, you can do a lot with the Batcave. The Lego Batman movie is an excellent example of how the Batcave can be done. It just felt very bland, very meh. I feel like when a movie reveals the Batcave, you should be like, oh, or you should be like, oh my god, it's that from that movie with that thing. And it literally, I didn't feel that. I was just like, oh, okay, okay. It took them almost 40 minutes to introduce Joker, which I'm not saying that's wrong, but those 40 minutes before anything interesting happened, it just felt unbearable. It felt long. If I was not watching this movie to make the video about it, because I feel like it was something that I wanted to do, I probably wouldn't have watched it. Like I would have just cut it off because the first 40 minutes of the movie felt very long, very bleh, you know? Okay, the Bat Dad robot thing, the AI one, it kind of made me sad when he broke. I was kind of sad. I was like, oh, oh, Bat Dad. Yeah, but I like how with the Bat Dad AI thing, Bruce made it so if he died, Damien wouldn't feel alone and without his parents like Bruce did, and I was like, that's so sad. You need therapy. I like how Bruce has a therapist for Damon. I thought that was Damien. Damien, this is not Damon. I'm not talking about House of the Dragon. Yeah, Damien. Oh, are we doing House of the Dragon review every day? When not every day, every week when the episode comes out. Do you guys want that? Do you guys even care about House of the Dragon? I do. I love that show. I like Aegon. I thought he's an interesting character. Or that could just be the oldest child in me talking. I kind of wanted to see a Nightwing appearance. I'm not gonna even lie to you guys. I like Nightwing. He's my favorite out of the Robins, and it would have been nice to see any of the other members of the Bat family because Nightwing is a thing. He's on the phone, like on the list of people to call. I just wish he would have been included in the movie because I don't think he would leave Damien and Bruce alone on Christmas. It was Christmas, so that would have been nice to see. I like the Scarecrow's design. I wish movies would use Scarecrow more. He's a very interesting character and a lot could be done with him. If the right writers got a hold of him. Again, Hollywood, if you are watching this, if anybody, any TV producer, movie producers watching this, I got ideas. Let's talk. Email me. DM me on Instagram. We could talk about this. I have ideas. That Doc Ock movie, once I get in Hollywood, trust babes, it's coming. It's coming. I don't like how that was said. Basically, my closing thoughts are that Merry Little Batman wasn't the worst movie ever, but it wasn't really good either. I'd say I'd give it 2.5 bats out of 5, just because it it wasn't anything extraordinary. Nothing particularly stuck out to me. There was nothing that set it apart from any other Batman movie, maybe for how just mediocre it was. I didn't feel strongly about it in the negative direction or the positive direction. It's definitely not something that I'd be like, you have to watch, but I'd say watch it just because it's background noise. I don't know. I don't feel strongly about this movie. It's not that I like it or dislike it. It's just if you I wouldn't even have another alternative for a Batman Christmas movie you could do. I like how the Joker stealing Christmas idea was there, but it wasn't. I feel like it could have been executed better. If you want the idea of Batman in Christmas is a lot that could be worked on, and people say Batman Returns is a Christmas movie, but if you want a Christmas movie to watch that's animated, I guess go watch the Lego Star Wars special on Disney Plus. I don't know. I'm really excited to see though what Amazon has in the future for its other projects that are DC related that are coming up. I heard there's a Batfam movie or TV show in the works, so I hope that's really good. But other than that, I don't really have anything else to say. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for future posts and videos, and if there's anything in particular you want me to talk about in the comments, please let me know. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for future posts and videos, and if there's anything in particular you want me to talk about in the comments, please let me know. Bye-sies! Spidey bells, goblin smells, swinging through the air. I can't freestyle and I can't sing, so I'll just go somewhere.